Let us now try to write a code which will take a random number from the user and determine if it is a prime number or not. So to write this program, you first need to know what a prime number is. A prime number is a number that is divisible only by one and itself. For example, 13 is a prime number because it is only divisible by 1 and 13. 49 is not a prime number because it is divisible by 7. So let's see how to write this program. Assuming that the user is going to enter a random number, let's say 49. The way I want to approach this problem is I'm going to do the modulus operation. I'm going to do a modulus with starting with 2. So 49 modulus 2 is not equal to 0. Then I go for 3, which is not 0. Then I go for 4, which is not 0 again. 5, 6, 7 is 0. Before doing that, I'm going to make a variable called found and I initialize it to 0. And I start from 2, go up till 7. And at 7, we know that 49 percentile 7 is a 0 because 7 times 7 is 49, therefore remainder is 0. And as soon as my remainder turns out to be 0, I say found equals to 1. And I can keep going down the line. 8 is not 0, so on 9, 10, 11, so on up to 48. And none of them come out to be 0. So I can run my loop from 2 to 48, or if you say that the number entered by the user was 49, I say 2 to number minus 1. So this is a much more generic one. This is assuming that the user enters the number 49. So I can go from 2 to number minus 1. Once I come out of the loop, I can write an if-else statement saying if found equals to 1, then print the number is not a prime number, and if found, and the else part which says else the number is a prime number. Remember, I am not doing a modulus with 1 or 49 because I know that it's going to be a 0. That is the remainder is going to be a 0. So there's no point doing that. So let's go ahead and write the program. The main function. Let me create a number variable, comma I. Then I can say printf, enter a random number. It can be 2 digits, 3 digits, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever. Then I can use a scanf to read the number from the user. I almost forgot. I have to include another variable called found, which I initialize it to 0. Now I can run my loop saying for I equals to 2, I less than or equals to num minus 1, I plus plus. So if number modulus I is equals to 0, then I can say found equals to 1. And that's it. Then outside the for, I can write if found equals to 1, printf, it's not a prime number, else printf, it is a prime number. Then you can put a return and end the code. So this is the program. to find out if a number entered by the user is prime or not. Now, if you look at this program more closely, you ideally do not have to go until num minus 1. Okay? The reason is because you start with modulus 2, you go modulus 3, modulus 4, so on, modulus 24, modulus 25, modulus 48. We know that all these terms, they are not going to be evenly divisible. That is, 49 is not going to be evenly divisible by anything that is more than half its value, right? So ideally, we are only considered with these ones. So instead of num minus 1, I can write I less than or equals to number over 2. That will reduce the number of computations by 1/2. So you get a 50% saving.